Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Today we are going to be talking about Matthew 6:26, a verse from the Bible that has some powerful lessons for us today. The verse goes like this: "Look at the birds of the air, they do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they?" This verse comes from the Gospel of Matthew, and is part of a larger section of teaching known as the Sermon on the Mount. In this passage, Jesus is encouraging his followers to trust in God's provision and care, and to not worry excessively about material needs. He uses the example of birds to illustrate this point. Birds do not engage in the same types of labor as humans, such as farming or storing up food for the future. Yet, despite this, they are still provided for by God. Jesus then asks his listeners to consider how much more valuable they are than the birds, and therefore how much more God will provide for them. There are a few lessons we can learn from this verse. Firstly, it reminds us that God is our provider, and that we can trust him to meet our needs. It's easy to get caught up in worry and anxiety, especially when it comes to finances and material possessions. But Jesus is reminding us that we don't need to worry, because our Father in heaven will take care of us. Secondly, the verse emphasizes the value of human life. Jesus is telling his followers that they are more valuable than the birds of the air, and that they should therefore trust in God's provision. This is an important reminder for us today as well. It's easy to feel like we are not important or valuable, especially in a world that often values people based on their achievements or possessions. But Jesus is telling us that we are valuable simply because we are God's creation. So, what can we take away from this verse? Well, firstly, we can remember to trust in God's provision and care, even when things are difficult or uncertain. And secondly, we can remember that our value is not determined by our achievements or possessions, but by the fact that we are God's beloved children. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.